Mysuru's real estate market is expanding outward, creating a tight set of options for anyone looking to secure land. Buyers generally face a hard compromise: pay top-tier prices for a congested plot in the exact center of the city, or travel far past the outskirts for cheap land that lacks municipal approval and basic infrastructure. A development called SYLAN Green on JLB Road presents an alternative, positioned specifically to offer central connectivity without the typical urban noise. Taking a wide look at the site, the scale of the developed land is immediately apparent, laid out squarely against the foothills. The marketing emphasizes direct sightlines to Chamundi Hills, capitalizing on the natural topography surrounding the property. But to determine if this location justifies its pricing, we have to evaluate the property through two completely different sets of priorities. We can break these down into two distinct buyer profiles. You are either the legacy home builder or you are the strategic investor. If you are building a home for your family now, your evaluation relies entirely on daily logistics, school runs, and whether the site is zoned and cleared for immediate bank loans. If you are an investor, your concerns are strictly about the legal security of the title, how easily you can hold the asset without maintenance, and the projected demand when you eventually decide to sell. Any accurate assessment of SYLAN Green has to measure its physical features against both of these opposing timelines. The primary factor driving the premium cost of these specific plots is their strict clearance by the Mysuru Urban Development Authority. For the builder, paying a higher upfront price for MUDA approval removes the friction of the construction process. It means your work won't be halted by municipal disputes, and it opens up immediate eligibility for standard bank loans. This eliminates the severe financial traps associated with buying unapproved panchayat land on the deep outskirts, where owners often wait years just to get basic building permissions. For the investor, that same MUDA approval functions as an insurance policy. A guaranteed, clear legal title allows for a hands-off holding period and steady asset appreciation over a decade. But legal clearance alone doesn't explain the demand. We also have to look at the exact geographic placement on JLB Road. On this map, SYLAN Green sits a 1-minute drive to JSS College and 2 minutes to JSS Hospital. Expanding, you hit Mysuru Palace in 3 minutes and the bus stand in 4. A 10-minute route to the airport translates to high rental desirability. The trade-off here is straightforward. You are choosing a structured, urban environment over the isolated, sprawling acreage you might find 40 minutes outside town. You pay for the central location, but you receive extreme daily convenience and a highly liquid asset in return. Moving past the paperwork and maps, we have to look at the physical condition of the site itself. The developers claim the layout is 70% constructed, and the ground-level reality confirms this. The wide blacktop roads are laid, utilities are active, and multiple multi-story homes are already complete. You can see mature trees and established boundary walls, which validates the sylvan or wooded branding of the community. Buying into an established layout provides an immense psychological and financial benefit. You bypass the empty, multi-year waiting period typical of brand-new developments. The architectural trade-off is that you are entering a gated community. You will need to adhere to shared zoning rules rather than having total, unchecked freedom over your build. Because the infrastructure is already mature, there is a strict limit on the premium inventory currently available through 369 Samruddhi. We can identify specific remaining plots on this layout map. Site 2 sits close to the main entrance along a wide road, offering quick access. Conversely, sites 91, 92, and 93 are positioned deeper inside along a 9-meter road, isolating them from traffic. An investor looking to attract high-turnover renters might prefer the quick access of Site 2, while a family builder will likely prefer the quiet, low-traffic enclave of 91 through 93. Because this inventory is scarce, waiting limits your options. You risk losing the exact plot placement that serves your specific building or holding strategy. Taking the legal safety, the verified infrastructure, and the JLB Road location together, we can determine the final verdict for this property. We can plot SYLAN Green on this evaluation matrix. With legal security on the bottom axis and daily convenience on the side axis, this development sits securely in the highest tier for both. This project should be avoided by high-risk speculators looking for cheap acres of unapproved land to flip overnight. The price point simply doesn't support that model. However, it is an exact match for the family builder. You get a quiet, green environment without adding 30 minutes to your morning school and hospital commutes. It is equally suited for the legacy investor. You are securing a MUDA-approved asset with a JLB Road placement that cannot easily be replicated by future developments. This is a regulated real estate acquisition that leverages Mysuru's established infrastructure rather than betting on future promises. To review the exact specifications for the remaining inventory, including sites 2, 91, 92, and 93, contact 369 Samruddhi Property Advisor at 8861-795369 to book a site visit. A successful land acquisition comes down to aligning the physical reality of a property with your own timeline, ensuring your investment works for you from day one.